So, I want to talk about all of the drama happening with Dr. Umar Johnson and his daughter, as well as Halle Bailey and DDG. And by the way, all of my exclusive content is currently available on my website through the end of March. I've been working on some new website content, and the old content will not be coming back after it's up. I'm taking my site in a completely different direction. So, definitely make sure to take advantage of the final sale if you want lifetime access to those old videos. The link is in the description box. So Dr. Umar Johnson's daughter took to the internet to find her sister that she's never met, who is Dr. Umar's other daughter. And in the process, she exposed her father and she accused him of being a deadbeat dad and also putting hands on her mother.
Hey TikTok, so I just wanted to come on here with a small short announcement. I just want to start this video off by saying I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father. My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts, okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how black kings need to be with black women, but you're not even in your black woman's daughter's life. It doesn't make sense. You're being a hypocrite. And it's frustrating because I reached out to you. But I'm just making this video because I want to find my sister. And when I reached out to him about giving me her number or if he even had it, I was ignored. So now I guess I have to take matters into my own hands. So if you see this video, sister, please reach out to me, because if he's not going to allow us to be in contact, I'll do it myself. I just want to end this video off by saying that daughters who have deadbeat fathers should not have to go through this. This is very present in the black community. And as an activist, I would not think that you would be a deadbeat because you rep the black community so much. It doesn't make any sense. You cannot be a hypocrite. You can't say do A, but you're doing B. It doesn't make any sense. Mom hate him too? Of course she do. Because he put his fucking hands on her. What the fuck is wrong with him? He should be in fucking jail. Like, really, he should be in jail. Like, I'm not even joking with y'all right now. It's a lot about him that y'all don't know. He's a crazy, sick man.
So Dr. Umar responded. Of course, he denied the claims. He accused his daughter of clout chasing and attempting to get money off of his name.
Thank you for recognizing a clout chaser when you see one. Is there a reason why the mother didn't join her for the video? Why is it mom with baby Smurf? How you doing, my beautiful African sisters? How y'all doing tonight? Alpha males. I want to have a sit down with Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf. Baby Smurf, I want you to call Mama Smurf. This is what we're going to do. Oh, yes, this is what we're going to do. I'm the king of solutions. Baby Smurf, I want you to call Mama Smurf, and I need y'all to tell me where we going to meet at on Thursday, 1 week from today.
And he blamed her mother for not being in her life. And he also said that he and his daughter had been in contact with each other since she was in high school. And every time he asked to see her, she didn't reply. So it sounded like to me he just wasn't making a lot of effort and he would wait for her to reach out to him. And personally, I believe the daughter, even if she is clout chasing, because we have seen this story a million times, especially with these hotep black men. They talk all this pro-black shit and how they love the black community and how black men need to take care of their women and children. They talk about how beautiful black women are and how we're their sisters, and they black queen us to death to get our money to fund their projects, when the whole time they're behind the scenes creating broken homes. They're not marrying the black women that they're with. They're abusing them in most cases. They're not taking care of their children. And they're the very absent black fathers that they claim to be against. We saw this with young Pharaoh. We saw this with Nature Boy. We saw this with Brother Polite, and the list goes on. I think Polite took care of his children financially, but he's a PEDO. And he's still behind bars for that, if I'm not mistaken. So there's a pattern with these men, and most of them don't even move like they have children, and they barely talk about their children, if you notice. I remember I heard Dr. Umar bringing up his daughters a couple times, but he didn't talk about them in a way that indicated he was around them on a regular basis. So I knew he wasn't taking care of them. So none of this surprises me. And I saw some Black women in the comment sections siding with him, saying that his daughter is clout chasing. But daughters who are close to their fathers, especially Black daughters, don't usually do what she's doing. Men who are close to their children, they don't speak about their kids in the way that Dr. Umar did in all of his responses. And I would really like to hear from the mother, because I have some questions. Because Dr. Umar just went on that podcast talking about how Black women don't get with Black men when they're broke. But I'm quite sure he was broke 22 years ago, which is likely why he left his daughter and started scamming Black people. According to his own words, only snow bunnies get with Black men when they don't have shit. But if that's the case, how did he seemingly have 2 children by Black women before he started making money? Again, through the donations he was getting from Black people. And if he had money back then when his daughter was a baby, why wasn't he taking care of her? I have questions because it's not adding up. And yes, he should have to answer for this because he's leading a lot of Black women astray with his lies. See, it would be different if he wasn't giving all this bad advice to Black women, but he is. So even if his daughter is clout chasing, that says more about him than it does about her. And the fact that there are Black women out there who aren't picking up on his manipulation, it just proves that y'all are way too gullible when it comes to Black men, especially these hotep wannabe leaders in the Black community. It's no wonder why so many of y'all are so easily bamboozled by them, because you just automatically believe what they say if they're a good speaker. Y'all always look for the best in them, and then you look for the worst in your fellow Black woman. And that's why you don't believe his daughter. This is why so many Black women become the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th baby mama that gets left like the first one did, because you didn't believe the first woman and you thought you were special. It's because you're always trying to find a flaw in the women and you're completely overlooking the flaws in the men. Y'all stay giving these men the benefit of the doubt and you get burnt every time. If not romantically, then monetarily from them pandering to you. And at this point, ladies, you should just expect that these hotep Black men especially aren't practicing what they preach. I'm sorry, but you should just assume that they're guilty. Stop giving them your money. Stop giving so much credence to what they say. It's just too much of a pattern at this point. And the fact that Umar Johnson still hasn't finished that school in over a decade after getting millions of dollars from Black people, probably majority Black women, that tells you everything you need to know. I mean, I shouldn't see any Black women defending him at this point. And I'm also not buying that his baby mama kept him from his daughter. I don't have children, so I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't know the mother. I don't know what she's like, so I'm not defending her. I've definitely seen some crazy baby mamas, so I know they exist. But that's who these niggas are choosing. So they should have chose better, like they tell Black women. The point of this video is not to cape for single mothers and defend their horrible mating decisions, but to use them as cautionary tales for the younger Black women listening. This is a pattern from Black men, ladies. Most of them don't want to take care of their children, especially after they're no longer romantically involved with the mother. And obviously, this can be true for all races of men, which is why laws were made to force men to take care of their children. All of them can have this problem, but let's be honest, it's much more common with Black men. So ladies, this is the risk that you're taking dealing with them. Y'all need to stop buying this excuse they give y'all about the mothers not allowing them to see their children. Because look, I know what it looks like when men try very hard to be fathers. I have a male relative that I witnessed with my own 2 eyes go back and forth to court to fight for his daughter. And guess what? He got partial custody of her so he could see her every week because her mama was trying to keep him away. It wasn't, oh, she didn't let me see my baby. No, he forced her to legally, and that's something most Black men don't do. Why? Because they don't want to take care of their children. And I've heard them claim on the internet for years that they're the most involved fathers, but they're also always blaming Black women for how the children turn out in the community, especially the boys. And when something goes wrong or when they want to talk about how the community is failing, they blame single Black mothers. So you can't be the most involved and also solely blame Black mothers for how the children come out. You're either the most involved or you aren't. It can't be both. And when men are fit to be fathers and they really want to see their children, they fight to see them. And once you see a man actually do that, you just don't accept when they say, oh, the mother won't let me see my kids. No, you just don't want to see them. You don't want to see them bad enough and you don't want to take care of them. And I feel the same way about DDG. He too recently got online saying that Halle is stopping him from seeing his son. And he said something about she kicked him out the house. And then come to find out, Halle and her son are sick right now from RSV. And that could be why she kicked him out. I'm not sure. But either way, he's saying that he's had to fight to see his son since he was born. And he even just released a goofy ass song about it.
Don't take my son, cause he all I got. I'm just having fun. I don't love these stocks.
Which is hella embarrassing for Halle. But ladies, this is why it is very important to choose wisely when you decide who you give your womb to. This woman and her son are laying up there sick with a serious virus. And this nigga is online making corny ass songs trying to embarrass her and get people to attack her. Men who are serious about seeing their children that they claim they're being blocked from seeing, they don't do that kind of dumb internet shit. They go the legal route so they can get custody no matter how hard it is. Because I saw a lot of black men saying that in the comment section too. Oh, you know how hard going to court is? Like, we're talking about your child. It shouldn't matter how hard it is. The women can't just bow out of motherhood because it's too hard. And if they do, they're going to be dragged for it. They're going to be called a deadbeat mother. So I just feel like a lot of y'all are giving black men and black fathers too many passes. I saw a lot of black women, calling them out, but I also saw a lot of black women giving these niggas excuses. All because they get online and say they want to see their kids, and all because they had daddies that were deadbeats. And so because they have daddy issues, they see a black man getting online crying about not seeing his kids, so they automatically side with him because they wish their daddy would try to see them or would have been in their life more than they were. And these women think that just because they're getting up there saying they want to see their kids and they're being blocked from seeing their kids, that means they're automatically a good father. Because I did see a lot of black women saying, oh, let that man see his son. And y'all always complain about black men not wanting their kids, and this man want to see his son. Let him see his son. But you don't know what's going on behind the scenes between those two. Because based on what we hear very often from single black mothers, black men are usually half-time fathers. How many times have we heard that the baby daddies come when they feel like it? They come every now and then to see the baby, or they come every now and then to take the kids out to get something to eat. Or in DDG's case, they play with them on social media to look like they doing something. When the mothers, again, they can't just come and go when they please or show up only when they feel like it. They are doing most of the actual raising of the kids. They're doing most of the work. And this is not just based on what they say. A lot of us grew up with mothers watching them do most of the work. So the baby daddies are giving the mothers most of the responsibility of raising the kids, and then want to get mad when they also wield most of the authority and they say, no, you can't do this right now. And when the mothers do that, they're just being quote unquote bitter. Hell, I would be bitter too if I allowed myself to get pregnant by one of these dusties that barely take care of their damn children and I had to do most of the work. I would be bitter too. And personally, this is just me, but if I was a baby mama and I had a son especially, I would drop his ass off just like old girl did with Ike's son in the movie What's Love Got to Do with It? Here, you want to see him? Take him full time. There you go. I'll come and get him on the weekends. But again, I'm not a mother, so I'm sure that's easier said than done, especially if the man is not fit to be a father, which again is why y'all need to stop giving your wombs to unfit men. Ladies, this shit is ghetto. It's embarrassing, especially for Halle, because she made it possible for this man to tarnish her image by giving him a child. It's just a really sad situation, but like I said before, it's clearly something in Halle that's similar to this man that we don't see because water seeks its own level. But optics-wise, just the way she's handling the situation publicly, it does make her look like the more mature, responsible parent, even if she's not. And DDG, you can tell he's still in little boy mode. And that to me indicates that he's not taking fatherhood as seriously as he should. And like I said before, Halle will be fine. But the everyday black women who follow in her footsteps or who try to follow in her footsteps and get with men who aren't socially on their level or financially on their level, they won't be able to bounce back like Halle. They won't be able to restore their reputation as easily. And they'll have a lot more to lose. So this is why I do these videos and use celebrities as examples and cautionary tales, because they're influencing a lot of younger, impressionable black women. Just like the hoteps like Dr. Umar are influencing a lot of impressionable, younger black women. I have a problem with that. Especially when the nigga is sitting here trying to tell Black women what to tolerate and what to put up with in relationships and to take Black men when they're broken, when they don't have nothing, and hold a brother down, when that clearly did not work with the women he was with, the Black women that he was with and had children with. And I'm not going to repeat everything I said about Dr. Umar or Halle in this video. Definitely go watch the videos I did on them a few months ago if you want to hear my full opinion. The point is, this is what happens when you make poor mating choices. You end up with men like this as fathers for your children. And I don't care how much money they have, I guarantee that most of you ladies listening would not want this. You wouldn't want men like this as fathers for your children. So choose wisely. That is all I'm saying. So yeah, that is all I have to say about this. Let me know what you think about both of these situations down in the comments. Also be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch up with you in the next video.